You're making the pivot to Rust? Do elaborate on that, Quest Wizard. Also, hope you're having a lovely day. I hope everyone's having a lovely day. I'm feeling much better today than I was Monday, so hence why we're streaming. Okay, and I'm gonna wait. Yeah, let's just get into this. So, still no webcam. The fan is currently off at the moment, so there's no static in the background, hopefully. Yeah, I really want to set up the Runic altars today. That's the goal, and I changed the stream title because I can actually make these power goggles. So these are the ones which I was talking about a little while ago to do with the pull request. And I can make the iridium, even though I don't have the plat line. I've just set up some patterns for this morning. So I'm interested to see how well this actually does. There should be one piece of iridium which I need for it. I don't remember where I got this. I would imagine that I got it from the iridium ore. Iridium metal residue. That's sheldonite. Possibly meteoric iron, actually. Good morning, Zetro. Hope you're having a good day. I'm feeling much better today. I think Monday was one of the days. It was the headache. The headache sort of crept up on me again. Yeah, I'm batch crafting iridium at the moment. Well, not really batch crafting, but auto crafting. Just out of curiosity, is there a quest? Probably in the Ivy chapter. Yeah, I hope you're having a good day. How's the open computer script going? So I think that's just waiting on this iridium being smelted. I'm excited for these power goggles because they're so cool. Okay, 35 seconds. And you're still working fine for radon. Honestly, I'm tempted. I'm tempted to go to the moon so I can place at least one miner there. So I can get some more meteoric iron. Uh, 28 seconds. Wait, are they Eevee? Done and working just really slow. Lua is not the most efficient language ever. Yeah, it is working. Lua is very difficult to program, like actually in game. It's much easier in Visual Studio Code. VSC. Oh, and funny story while we're on the topic of the React scripts. Mine does have a slight design flaw, which was brought to my attention this morning when I logged into the server and all of the reactors had exploded. So I had to load it back up. Unless I can find a way to optimize the inventory scanning. There's just too much downtime as compared to plain redstone. Unless you can migrate that to applied energistics, because applied energistics takes, well, it depends on how long it takes. Applied energistics is 2 seconds for it to update, but it can scan the entire inventory. Yes. I don't know. Does open computers actually have like multi-threading? Type behavior, like with the higher CPUs? I just moved one of the items. What is it called? It does have threading. Is this set up to use that? Maybe you could scan more than one slot at a time. I don't know enough about open computers to safely say that it could or can't do that. Right, give them a scan. The lovely quest. So these function the same as Nidus does, or very similar. So it is right click to pair it to the LSC. Then I guess I can go anywhere. There it is. So let's do that. Just move that up a little bit. I love that this is also customizable. So there was a way of getting how to do it. HUD scale. So that's reading the wireless. Is it? No, I think that is actually reading. Tool mode switch. Okay, there is a quest. Oh, okay, so it's by default they're unlinked. Right, that makes sense. So it is. That's cool. So you can actually see like the statistics there. Right, shall we set up all of this? Oh, and also, I left the server running. All of the mana pools are full, and this automation does work properly. So happy to see this. Yeah, let's start setting up the runic altars. How many barrels do I need? Definitely 2 there. I think 6. Okay, that needs to be adjusted again. I need to adjust it for all settings so that it's easy to read. Yeah, about there. Right, I need ultra low voltage chest buffers. That's full. Hello, Kazar. Hope you're having a good day. I'm doing good. Do that. I'm feeling a lot better today compared to Monday. Monday, yeah, not the greatest day. I managed to do a half stream though. That power monitor is so cool. I love That's it's currently, well, I think I can disable that. That overlay which is down there. I think I could also change the colors. I might want to have a play with that. I'm watching the VOD while playing. That's fair. That's it's a good idea because you can sort of keep track of things. I can't believe how much stuff is sort of in this world at the moment. It's reaching the point where there's becoming a lot of things which I've made. A lot of interesting choice ideas, at least. So storage buses, I need to make these on a subnet. Let's do green. Dense cables. Already got interfaces. You're definitely borrowing some ideas. That's all right. I don't mind that. I tried to make things like as easy to follow. So if you do want to follow an idea, like the control circuit for the reactors. Okay, that's doable. I need 3 of these. That was no circuit. There you go. So most of it was toxic Everglades. Now that I've got access to the ECs, I have since migrated all of it over. So yeah, it's all in ECs now. My best advice for this, because I've figured out sort of certain ones which are really good. So obviously the stab alloy is for titanium and uranium and stab alloy. This one, the Death Creeper, I'm mainly doing this one for TNT and gunpowder. Yeah, mine was pretty slow at producing stab alloy. Yeah, as soon as you get access to the ECs, I'd suggest doing at least one of them for stab alloy. So yeah, that's the Death Creeper. This Fallen Knight, if you process all of the chain iron and the bows, produces infinite string, iron and steel on passive. That's what actually goes on underneath here. And then Vampire Pigment is gold ingots, 100% chance for that. So it's infinite gold. Then the Red Cap Sapper, this is for gallium, all of the Formcraft shards, including Pallant shards and diamonds. And then this one is aluminium and all of the different color slimes. Because this congealed pink slime or congealed purple slime, that's used for crystalline pink slime alloy. So I have reasons for all of these. They are the best, in my opinion. The best ones to actually automate. Especially for the steel. I haven't needed to craft steel in... I don't think I've needed to craft steel since I first had possibly the brick blast furnaces. Maybe a little bit in the first EBF, but yeah, I haven't needed to craft it, which is crazy. Right, is there... I need 3 of these. barely even keeping up with items. It is a lot of items. If you have all of the other mobs, because I think, doesn't the Toxic Everglades spawn? It doesn't just spawn the stab alloy constructs. It spawns some weird ones like zombie pigmen. So you have to be able to process all of the tools from that. Toxic Everglades below. See, I didn't have that many extra spawners because the extra mobs, they hurt the stab alloy spawn rate. So I think I only had like one blaze spawner, possibly an extra one. Can't remember what that was for though. Yeah, it does hurt the spawn rate though a little bit. Well, quite a lot if you've got a lot of mobs coming from it. Buffers. It's ridiculous. I mean, that is still a good farm in its own. The Blazing Witches, because they're like 100% chance to spawn Infernal. So for Infernal drops, it's crazy. Buffers, what else was needed? Barrels. Yes, this is what I actually need. I get to use the item importers. So this is 2 each, so that'll be 6 again. I also need an assortment of time estate cells and a knot gate, I believe, for each one of these. That's going to bug me, the rotation. Hope this beta 2 fixed single block chemical reactors. Oh, I heard that was a bug. You can't pump steam into them. I hope that has been fixed for your sake. Because yeah, that is a big pain. I had to update. Well, I had to update Greg Tech because there was some broken recipes in beta 1. They're all fixed now. Not sure. I wonder if that would have been. Let me have a look. Easily getting distracted. There's not anything recently. Wait, is there? Is that not what? In here? I wonder if that's version related. I mean, it shouldn't be, because mine's still beta 2. There's 20 slots. Now that is interesting. I love how tall this is. Also, oh, it's 2 on each of them. Gate state cells timers. Oh, I also need comparators. Vanilla comparators. Yeah, I'd really like that bolt slot for the bolts, because I'm currently having to carry them in my inventory. What was that? Comparator? Well, I have infinite nether quartz, so I'm probably gonna go with that one. Suppose I can run this up here. Wait, does it actually go? Really? The healing axe goes in a slot. The healing axe going into a slot and it working passively is huge. Oh wow, yeah. Yeah, I use the offhand now. That would be I saw someone actually said that. Right, and then quartz fibers. So let's call this Runic altar. We'll do that. I can categorize these perfectly. So this one will be elemental. Actually, copying this should be really easy now. Oops. Didn't even know that was in my clipboard. Apparently my username for something was. It wasn't fixed. Yeah, I couldn't see anything recently fixed for it. So then this one can be... that would be seasonal. And then this one is... I quite like these ones. These are the 7 deadly sins, by the way. I would do cynical. Okay, let's just do sin runes. There's 3 storage buses. Then let's grab stack of paper. Then I need to rename all of these to Runic helper. Then all I need to do is set up the filters now. So for this bottom one is invert cell. And I want to blacklist the living rock and the runic helper so they never end up in here. I can't remember the name, but Nomi Factory had it too. Did they? I know that there's a fake crafting card. Tell the ME system to complete a craft without expecting the final result item. Oh, that is incredible. I did not know that. Fake crafting card. That would be really good for requesting like an entire multi. Because that's what I used to do for Nomi Factory. Nearly get night. Oh, it is nearly. Right, so this bottom one is living rock. And then this one is the runic helper. So these two invert living rock, runic helper. I think a dense cable is probably a good idea here. Multis and those upgrade kits for the dynamos. Definitely multis for me. Multis spring to mind. Oh, that would be actually, because especially for like the hollow projector, now that ends up putting, or that can pull from your ME system. So you could just request like, I don't know, a stack of chemical reactors using approximation for how much stuff. And then just waiting until you can build it all. Good morning. Can you pump steam in from alternative tank or put steam into cells into the tank and cover them in? I haven't tested that actually. I wonder what bit of config made it break, though. Tanking it didn't work. You tried cells? Oh, I also need advanced blocking cards. 3 to be exact. Right, then these are the return. What else? I'm thinking, actually, I'm tempted if the item collectors have range. Of course. One last thing. Dark ashes in the alloy smelter. Oh, let's times that by 8. Seem to crack the refinery gas. I know that was reported as a bug. That sounds like an absolute nightmare, especially in the early game. Also, that it's, yeah, that sounds like the only way. That's still a bit of a pain. No, I don't actually mind. Maybe there. I don't even think I need the repeater. Oh, what are they? Insulated, yes. What, living rock? Let's say that that's going to be the white. Make a bunch of them. Oh, I reckon that's waiting on the dense obsidian. Yes, there they are. 100 at a time. Well, why could be the paper return, actually? Let's do yellow. Steam cells into and out of the low voltage tank. That sounds like the only way to do it. Right, I need a strip. Does it not? Ah, I wonder if it's been swapped. No, it hasn't been swapped yet. I know that there is another one called... Oh, I want to say it's like, what is Dream looking at or something like that? Now, just out of curiosity, that does power there. Doesn't look nice. So the white is when it's crafting. That just looks terrible. That looks terrible because this doesn't, like, move. It doesn't rotate properly. Three filters. They shouldn't connect. I want this to be as space efficient as possible. Do that. Yeah, sure. We'll swap that out for wool and clay. You don't connect there. All right, I reckon. Yeah, this is great. Not getting there. If click that so it's rotated. So that's the lowest. So that's the lowest. There's no other way to get this closer. 3 stacks of the red alloy ingots last night for the lossless LV cables. They don't become... Yes, they don't become lossless until you coat them in rubber. Yeah, that is the case for them. Wow, that talisman of Remedium, that's really doing its job today. So I could move that there. I think it will be okay. Suppose I should really let's encode the patterns for the first tier. For water, fire, air, and earth. You really not shift clicking. Okay. I think that's just broken for Britannia. So living rock and paper. Weird, it does just clear. Living rock, runic helper. Stone, block of coal, mushroom. Makes earth. Carpet, feather, string. Oh, that needs to make the air runes. Send the rune of mana. Mana steel plate, sterling silver, thormium, mana pearl, living rock, runic helper makes 1. That's going to be painful to actually encode these. I've got to encode each one of them. Suppose I only need to encode them once. Right, well, let's make Rune of Air because that's the one which I haven't made yet. I do not have a recipe for wool. Circuit 1. Fingers crossed everything works, because I've done it without having a look into the test world. This is just from memory. Oh, I need these. The dislocator inhibitors. Definitely need these. So there's no possible way for me to pick up something while I'm over here. I suppose it's a shame. It's a shame that I couldn't make this more compact for this bundled cable. Unless I did. Unless I read it on this side. Oh, that might work. Well, white was for living rock. No, these are around the wrong way. White is for paper, yellow is for living rock. What was it? State cell. Not gate timer. There's no other way. Okay, well I could do a state cell there. Then it goes into the NOT gate. Actually, it does lock it. That's all it needs to do. It just needs to lock this. Okay, 10 blocks radius. We'll just set that to the max. It might be enough. Oh yeah, and sadly the juke bug is gone in the item filter. That got patched. So I can't actually filter things myself in here. Not with the ghost items, at least. Well, not at the moment. Oh yeah, that is set to wireless. You go there. Actually, to be fair, no, that will be fine. Should be able to stop items from being picked up there. Yeah, that should be enough. Right, let's get that air rune then. Hopefully the filters are going to be set up properly. Okay, the items are showing up there. Hide one of the slots. Wait, so that was a previous version? Oh, that is very unfortunate, actually. Ah, I still need... Oh, that's a pain. Yeah, this should be able to be collected. You definitely finished. I need to click this with the dispenser. I wonder if that would actually work. I had an idea. Or have an idea. Oh, another doppelganger. Right, I need warp board then. I need to get rid of the warp, actually. I do know how to. That's on the list. I know how to get rid of the the sticky warp. So I'm curious. Like, what will that do? Yeah, that one. Oh, I. Whoops. Yeah, so this one means it's crafting. Okay, that does kind of work. Right, I reckon that is because... So it drops, and then it's not able to actually do it because I need a little bit of delay there. Actually, less order 2, because I know that I'm going to need some extra delay. Yeah, so I need to somehow... add delay to this. Suppose I could just do this. But can you not? No. Mr. Spider. Also, let's bump the range down for that. Doesn't need to be as big. And you're so nice looking. I love Britannia. Let's do that. In theory, Right, that cleared. Why do you not say that you're crafted? Oh, that just takes forever. Okay, let's get an export one then. So it's this one here, and here. So let's double check this. Let's make some fire runes. Dropped all of the items, that's fine. Then is 4 tick delay for that repeater enough to let the item drop, the living rock to drop on there, and then it clear? No, it needs a little bit longer. Oh wait, no. Oh, this is now backwards. I need that. I need the dispenser to fire. I need that to turn on before the dispenser. I could do it underneath. Okay, well now that I know what's actually wrong, this bit. Be like that. I guess. Oh, see, I don't like how messy that looks back here. I think I could justify maybe running a cable down there. Inventory is a mess. If I run a cable up there. Should still be able to read it. Oh, help if I actually finished running the cable. Yeah, it's just a case of sort of moving the cables around. I want it to look somewhat nice. Can you not? These act weird. So because that's 1, this won't actually be able to transfer any redstone. This is confusing, but if... Oops. If this was here, that can actually get 1. Weird, but then it's not able to output 1 there. Definitely connected. So I need to boost the redstone strength. Before it goes into the bundle. I don't like this. I don't really want to have to use wireless redstone either. Okay, maybe because there's space, I need to redesign this circuit and have it so that everything is located on one side. So I know for definite that this needs a 4-tick delay. Three more. See, there's not... Potentiometer is what I'm thinking of. I might be able... I can't have... I wouldn't be able to have this there. This potentiometer, if it touches the mana spreads, it locks them. Comparator, where is... There's the comparator. Right, so that is actually working properly, so... Do a repeater straight on there. Run it down. With all the chemists use all the chemicals you can make in GTNH, you cannot combine sodium and chlorine. No, you can't. I don't think you can. What did I say? White is the paper. Okay, so that did go and drop that living rock. Let's just reset this. So in junior high chemistry. I'm not sure. I think someone was thinking of reintroducing it to make salt out of chlorine. Chlorine and sodium. You can make it using silicon solar grade. Yeah, there's not a direct recipe for it, like just out of sodium. Sodium plus chlorine. I wonder if that... That's a buffer cell. Is it a null cell? I'd really like to be able to cross over two redstone signals. Oh, I could use the bundled cables. I wonder if that would work. Possibly send... Might be able to work. Could even do... Yes, I wonder if you... Oh, you will. I could do the yellow. Right, this is some really weird cable choicing for this. So yellow needs to go into the state cell. Then not gate. There you go, so that should have cleared the paper. Yes. Right, I think I found a design which I actually like. Right, so why did the yellow... Oh, okay. think that's because it needs to be set to 2. Three. I'm very confused. So is that unhappy because of that? I'm guessing. Okay. Let's set that to 1 is enough. There. I want to see at least it do 1 completely without me having to change anything. All it is, everything to do with this is that comparator. That comparator gives me complete control over when things happen. So it should drop the living rock, yeah, and then that's fine. That's working, finally. Do I move everything underneath so that it's completely hidden? That is a good question. Does... Okay, you don't connect. Oh, I'm just going to do wireless. I'm going to do it wireless. We'll build a platform underneath. It's going to be hidden. Yeah, I want it to be hidden. I want this to actually look nice. But stop breaking the piece of dirt. They've changed the boundary box sizes. Okay, let's say... Oh, I need to set the frequency first. Runic alter 1. Two. Oh, it's not alter, it's altar. With that one. So I'm gonna get Runic altar 1. There you go. Yeah, I can't avoid the size of this. I can make the dispenser go on the back side though. So it would be on the back here. Then let's swap this to the other side. I can't even put a strip there. I don't know if that's enough to lock. Oh. So annoying for spacing. That mana spreader is terribly in the way. Where are the repeaters? Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. The mana spreader. They do definitely get locked by redstone, which is really annoying for this case. I mean, I suppose I could run the cable there. No, it'd have to be run from here. Have to be run from there. Pull this up. Vent to this side. Set that to 1. Repeater. Transmitter, set that to alter 1. Right. Underneath now. Yeah, I like things going in a straight line. That is not running in a straight line, which is annoying. I mean, I could at least... Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, it looks a little bit better. Right, let's say in the middle. Set that to Runic alter 1. Yellow, white. White is the paper return. Let's go state cell, not gate, timer. There, it looks weird, but it's going to function. There's the mana band of aura. I suppose I might actually want that. Okay, I've got a little bit of time. Yellow? That's not going to work there. Yeah, that works better. It works better, looks a lot more cleaner. Right, let's set up the other two. Now that I know what to do, I completely know what to do. So that gets subtract mode 1. 2 repeaters. Wireless transmitter, alter 2. Actually, no, let's do alter 3 for this one. Alter 2. Right, we'll do the same. These are all oriented the same. Oh, that's wrong. Yellow at the bottom, white on the top. I've done, I did the same here. Right, alter 3. The hitbox for the red alloy wires, that's changed, which I'm noticing. Right, state cell. Set them to the lowest. So yellow is on the left, white is return. Wow, I really, okay. There's more in the ME system. Alright, so these all should be the same. Oh, I need to do the repeaters and the dispensers. So that's this side. Yellow insulated cables. I need a couple of these. Was the timing I had set? 4 ticks was enough. Suppose I can adjust it if I need it. Got to make them all symmetrical. Right, I think... Put the ones in. I think that's ready. Okay, that is... very bizarre why I have 5 of these. I don't remember requesting 5. Or requesting 6 of them. Alright, let's get... So I still can't shift click. Let's get the 4 seasonal runes in. Sterling Silver, Rune of Water, Rune of Fire. Oak Saplings, Wheat. Living Rock, Runic Helper, Rune of Spring. So it's Fire, Air, Oak Leaves, Spider Eye, Autumn. Have I forgotten one? Spring. There's definitely a Summer rune, isn't there? That would be there. So that's Earth and Air. Sand, Slime Ball, Melon. Living Rock, Runic Helper. Then winter is water plus earth. Snow, wool, and a cake, which I need to be able to request more of these. The winter. I need to respell them. They're spelled incorrectly. Hey, that feels very weird. Right. What about the cake? See how difficult this is. Milk. I don't think there's a good way, apart from milk wart. So I guess I just need to go milk some cows. That is smelting. Oh, that's fun. I'm 100% going to do a stack at a time for them. Cake bottom, that's molecular assembler. Flour, I guess. I think it is the Greg Tech dough I want to make. What flour is it going to be? Also the Greg Tech flour. Make 16 of these. Let's make that out of... Is there not... Okay, there is one for wheat. Right, let's see if I can set up these macerator. Mixer. That one's furnace. This one's molecular assembler. And then I think an assembler. Yeah, I'm actually not sure what the best approach for milk is going to be. A milk powder I can't make. Milk? No, that's... Okay, let's just see if I can find some cows then. Just for now. There are a lot of cows here. Need one more. No, you won't give any. Yes. There we go. Should be able to make a couple of cakes. Wait, can I not? Are the fluid storage cells full? That they are. Probably oxygen. I really need to make the Yotta tanks. Yeah, fluid storage is, I'm getting a lot of oxygen. How much oxygen do I have? 444 million. Yeah. Lots of oxygen. So I only really need a couple of these just to fix everything. Okay, well, they go in there. I can at least start requesting the elemental runes, except for the rune of winter, but I can filter that. That's lucky that I actually have a spare one. So spring, summer is missing melon slice. Autumn is oak leaves. I don't know where I got the melons from, but they will come in handy. Some oak leaves. All right, this is... How will that actually work? I guess I'm gonna... Oh, that's rather annoying, to be honest. I always find this is like one of the drawbacks. Okay, well I can at least filter them there. Like, I definitely remember an older version of Britannia where it would use up these runes. It makes automating this, like, I need to be able to pick up all of the base tier runes plus the new ones. But even that's just a bit of a... Oh, how do I do that? Because it doesn't use them, it drops the runes. It gives the runes back. Let's just do blacklist everything. Yeah, I didn't take that into account in the test world because when I was testing in the test world, I thought it was actually like consuming all of the runes. Well, there's summer and there's autumn. Might have to look it up because it's a bit of a pain. See, that worked fine. That is creating a huge issue for this one. Right, what one was this actually for? That was Rune of Summer. Required oak leaves. Autumn. Spider eyes. Fire and air. Yeah, it only works for the first tier. Second tier doesn't like it for some reason. Ah, what? I'd love config for that because it would be so much easier to automate these if it didn't give back the base tier runes and it actually did consume them in the recipe. Personal opinion on the matter though. Right, and the Rune of Summer. Well, that is the higher tier runes. Not as well as I'd like it to be. Definitely like it to be a bit better than it is. Right, and then it is just all of these rooms. Do these ones consume anything? What if I fate? Okay, titanium. Two mana diamonds, summer and air. For the Rune of Lust. Gluttony is winter plus fire. Greed is spring plus water. Sloth, autumn plus air. Wrath is winter plus earth. Envy is winter plus water. Pride is summer plus fire. Right, that's all 7. Oh, I have miss. Why is that lagging? Did I crash the game? I 100% have just crashed the game, and I don't know how. No, okay. Well, this is part of the beta, I guess. Let's just reload that. Yeah, so that is quite annoying with the runes. I'm going to need to think on how to automate that fully. How to fix the issue of the extra runes being picked up by the runic altar. There we go, GTNH is loading. It should be detected soon. There we go. I know that there is an open computers way to do it. Thank you, Jim, for the raid. Party of 2. I welcome everyone. How was your stream, Jim? Were you playing GTNH? I'm currently reloading at the moment because, well, I managed to crash the game. More GTNH? Sounds good. What were you up to? I'm terrible. I can't be trusted. All I did was open my inventory and then the game crashed. I swear that's all I was doing. Kicking around, moving / upgrading acid LCRs. Ooh, you have an acid hub. I need to make one of them. I need to start making all of the different types of acids. Right, is NEI going to be very unhappy with me? Please don't have broken recipes. Oh, now that is curious. What's happening? That is an uh-oh. When was the last backup taken? Okay, the last backup was taken about 15 minutes ago. Okay, I guess I need to check the crash report. I have a feeling that it's crashing because of the power monitoring goggles. So I might need to make a backup and remove them. Actually, a crash report. Okay, there is a crash report. I'm gonna have a quick look. Already tessellating. This is definitely part of the beta build. See you later, Jim. For future bootstrap. Okay, so it is definitely crashing. It's crashing for something to do with rendering. Okay. Right, I reckon I might have. I'm gonna have. When was the crash report? When did that crash? Okay, I have about 10 minutes before it crashes again. If it is an issue with the power monitoring goggles, so hold please. I will. I need to load a backup, and then I can report the issue to GTNH if it hasn't already been reported. Backups. World save is 3 gig. I had to look. Today is just a cursed day for GTNH. I had to load up a backup this morning because the reactors exploded, and now I'm having to load a backup because of the goggles. At least the backup is pretty close. Right, let's start that. Then I need to take the goggles off, like, promptly. I think it is the goggles causing the issue. Are there any... Doesn't look like there are any crash reports for it. Nothing else has changed, really. What? Oh, you're not going to let me have a look at the settings. I wonder if it's the Java version. Right, please let me very quickly. So it crashed just after this turned on, which is in about 10 minutes. In about 10 minutes, that will trigger. Oh, actually, it might not trigger because... Double check. Yeah, everything's fine in these. Yeah, I still had the cake recipe, still had the patterns here. So I would imagine... Okay, that's not terrible. It's a minor setback. Yeah, I can work with that. Right, Winter was already in here. Yeah, I think I'll request them when I come back from the break. Let's go and get the leaves from in here. Melons are in there. Right, I reckon I have not requested any of the fluid cells. So I can at least do that. Oh, and did I don't reckon I've done the cake pattern. Okay, that's okay. I'll do that when I come back. I'm going to have a break now. So now is a good time if anyone wants to have a stretch or grab any drinks or anything. What does it actually say? So I'm using Java 19 for this. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to be back in just a few minutes. I'm going to reload the game, hopefully change the Java version, see if that helps. Right, I'm back. Please no crash. Who's this? Yeah, that's better. Okay, he's using the... I wonder if that's contributing to the crash. Hopefully no more crashes, because I did have to load a backup. Right, so I was thinking on my break how I set this up in all the mod 7 to the sky. Now, I can't remember... what can we use as a test? Well, I guess any items. I can't remember if... Yeah, that's how I had it set up last time. I wonder what would that be? I think I would have that muted. Okay, so you can hear that pulsing. So it does shoot it out. If I place the item collector up here, is it guaranteed to go in there? Okay. Well, so far, that's a good start for this. So what would that be? I reckon I need to do a comparator clock. Can't remember how to do them. But to be fair, I could do a timer. So there is a way to read items which are inside the dispenser. So that means... How do I need to change this? So this bit could still be the same. World map with the hydrate. Thank you. I will have a nice sip of drink. Also, hello, world map. I don't think I've seen you today. I'm playing with old school redstone mechanics. Yeah, so you do output a redstone signal. How would I want this? I wouldn't want it like that. I think I would want a NOT gate. FTV Skies 2 server. Main AFK, all fun with modular routers and... Ooh, that sounds cool, actually. Okay, that's a redstone. That's a redstone clock. So this should just work at pulsing. It'll just get rid of any items which are in there. Okay. Do I modify this one? That would be cool if I could make all of the runes in one runic altar. And without needing to actually filter anything. Yeah, they stack now. Okay. So I still need the comparator. Zone to all conversion. Passive XP. Passive XP is useful. And tons of wars. That's cool automation. I didn't know that that was actually possible. Okay. Well, if I'm going to do that, I don't think I'll need this on subtract mode. Please tell me that I can actually... I can't strip it there. Okay, well, I could do a red alloy. Our turn have already have 4.5 stacks of copper. That is decent, especially without fortune. Fortune would make it even better. All right, and then instead of this, breaking modules after crafting. I broke on diamonds and don't want to make another diamond pig. Diamonds is that a sky block? Yeah, that's FTB skies. That is a sky block. Yeah, diamonds are pretty rare. Hey, that filtering actually was beneficial then. So let's remove the item filter. Let's just keep that. So if I request, I don't know, an earth rune. Oh, okay, and then let's blacklist living rock. See, that worked. What about if I... what rune? Oh, the patterns are actually over here. What if I request a rune of spring, for instance? See what happens. I reckon this is going to encounter the issue where they're going to end up getting back on the runic altar. Oh, they didn't. Okay. But that is good progress. I'm happy that I remembered that dropper trick. Okay, so that doesn't have a recipe. I don't reckon any of these are going to have recipes. Yeah, they got lost. You make it out of that one. Okay, flour ended up in there. So did the dough recipe, but not sugary dough. There you go, just milk. Just need some milk. Oh yeah, fluid storage cells. I think I already placed one. Did I? Yeah, I did. Right, let's just request. Let's request the others and see what happens. That interesting. Um, invert. Maybe that needs to be on insert only. That's funny what this did. Just cancel these. That should acknowledge the blocking mode. Because the Runic help should stop it. Suppose time will tell when I start requesting the higher tier runes. Lust, gluttony, greed, sloth, wrath, envy, and pride. See, that didn't work. Why did you not work? Okay. Requesting them, there's like a couple of seconds delay. I'm guessing. How do I get that? Could do an AND gate. And that'll be an AND gate and a NOT gate. So I want this to turn if this has been on, it needs to wait like a couple of seconds before it actually tries to, before it unlocks this and starts making all of the others. Or before it tries to send the other ingredients. I reckon that's going to be... So that would be okay. And get in a state cell. Disable that one. So this will hold it on for 2 seconds. Needs to wait until 2 seconds, and then it needs to switch to the on position. I wonder if a timer. I'm gonna figure this out. It's gonna work. Yeah, I need to re-encode all of these. No, only one of them and one of these. Oh, still not used to it. Sure, that will be fixed in the future. And that looks okay. It needs to craft a summer rune. So that will hold it on for a second. I know that might be. No, I need it to be on at the moment. What would that be? A repeater? So this will disable it. While it's crafting? Okay, I think that will work. So it still allows to send. Then when it's ready to craft, it should trigger this to turn it off for 2 seconds. And then I'm hoping that it will just default. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Picked up the runes. Oh, so that wasn't enough time. It lost one of the items. What are you doing? What is actually required for this pride rune? Summer fire. Where is that rune and where is that rune going? It was the fire rune which got lost then. Not quite sure what that was about. You should be fine. Just while I set up this. Have I already... I need to go and do that. Let's do that. You're fine. Make that for bolts. Swap these all over to using ingots. Save. Do I have a bolt mold? What is that? A bolt form? Yeah, this one. Needs to be for the extruder. Alright, should be able to make mana lenses now. And the Runic altar did finish making the Pride rune. He says as it gets stuck, where's the piece of living rock? Just a bugged overlay? Potency and efficiency. Yeah, that was just a bugged overlay. Well, it actually works, so I don't need all of these. A tiny little bit faster. After all, I'm doing this so that I can make the terrestrial agglomeration plate. You missed again. Is that dispenser related? I think that's because it's shooting it at a weird angle, so it keeps shooting out the side. Okay, let's just do that to fix that. What about, let's just test these. So that's the dispenser. See, they're still pretty inaccurate. So I think even with a dropper, that was weird. Okay, so the dropper can't actually shoot. So it does need to be a dispenser. don't know how to solve the inaccuracy. Unless I swap the dispenser so that it was up here. So that it dropped down, and then I can actually surround this. But I don't want there to be a delay in it being picked up by the Runic altar. Okay. Unless I change this. Okay, at this precise moment, I'm just trying things. Get that buffer. Reinstall that. See, that was fast enough to pick it up. The Runic altar was. It picked it up before the item collector did. I'm wondering if I can time this better. How would I time this? I think I'm going to still need a comparator clock. Mm. That can't be filtered. Formation plane? I wonder how that would actually work if it was up against there. I've never tested that. Run that there. The invert card. Okay, let's try that. Go and get warpboard. I've spent so much time trying to automate this. I haven't had a chance to create that flux focus. Oh well, get it. I'll get it done eventually. Blocks will be dropped as item. Okay, so you can't. Okay, that is a blue cable. Maybe if I move that up by one. That did drop as an item. See, that didn't get a chance to be picked up by the altar. That was immediately picked up by the item collector. Okay, I'm not sure if this will work. No, see, that didn't even... See, this needs a block gap. I need to be able to get them into the Runic altar without them actually entering as, like, items. I could make one of these. Ah, see, I don't think that's not going to be very fast. And the Runic altar can't be automated with conduits. Hmm. It's the item collection. Which I'm having such a big issue with. See, that didn't even get on there. They did. If I request Rune of Greed. See, some of them made it on there, some of them didn't make it on there. That was the titanium plate. Might have to revisit that at a later date. There, a runic altar in the middle. That missed most of them. There's no way for me to control this. Not with redstone. I wonder if that would be able to be controlled. I have a question. Can these be controlled with a machine controller from picking up stuff? No. Yeah, I'm a bit stumped at the moment. I can't think of a better way to automate that. Or to fix it, at least. So I think I was using droppers. I was using droppers the last time. What else? Possibly a hopper. I need it to be able to pick up on an instant. Yeah, I saw the items then, but it wasn't picked up by this. Earth, winter. And titanium plate. Yeah, not sure. Let's just get the runes. I'd like to be able to make Terra Steel today. Yeah, not sure about that. That's not too bad, actually. Welcome back, Quest. Feel like you might solve it. Wait, a pivot? What, the game Rust? I misunderstood that when you said that. You started playing the game Rust. Programming? Wait, the programming language called Rust? That's new to me. I've never heard of that one before. You haven't read Rust. Yeah, that... What is it called? Is it called Rust? Or is it called Pivot to Rust? It is just called Rust. Okay. Yeah, that is a new one. I've never heard of that one. Alright, well, I should have all of the runes for this. Get matches specifically for Rust. Summer, autumn, winter. Gluttony, greed. Sloth, wrath. Envy and pride. That is all of the runes. That's 16 runes. That is cool. That is actually a programming language. That's crazy. Yeah, I've never heard of that one. It looks a little bit similar to Lua, but I may be incorrect in saying that. But it makes me think of Lua when looking at it. Right, this infusion. I'm going to need so many pedestals. Replacement attempt for C and C++. Oh, that is 100% the reason why I'm used to that. Be quiet. All the garbage collection at compile time. Really not possible for you. I know that Java is called a pedestal. Java is quite easy to create a memory leak. There it is. Right, so this is 16 plus 8. That makes 24 pedestals. Sure. So that's 5. That would be 10. Okay, so that would be 20. Then I can add like 2 extras. Yeah, I probably should give this discount. It's like 52%. Yeah, that's definitely a weird looking altar, isn't it? Right, so I need a spare runic altar. I'm just going to steal one of them. I'm not going to make another one. I have some thinking to do on how to automate that. I suppose I could do Steve's factory manager. I think that would allow me to actually collect specific things and I'd be able to filter everything. Okay, so 24, that would go into 6. What's the instability on this? Okay, 16. This has 22. Have I left this running again? Yes. So I am going to get Terra Steel today. At least Terra Steel automation, that should actually be pretty easy. Although I may just do it manually because I only need like a handful for the Elven Gateway. This produces 4. That needs 4. Two of these, that's 8. That's not too bad. Ooh, do I actually have... How have I done all of this, all of this Britannia without making a Lexicon Britannia? Yeah, I don't know how that's how that's possible. Right, I want Alphamancy. No, I can't read that. I can see the portal to there. Where would that mechanize? No. Okay, so the multi-block has not changed. Where would Terra Steel? Not under there. Basics? Oh, there it is, under basics. Yeah, I already have the research for this. So let's just check the aspects. So Terra good, Lucrum could do with a little bit of Lucrum. Permutatio good, Precontatio, Fabrico, and Aurum. Just Lucrum. The grind has been real today, and I still haven't come out with a fully automated Runic altar, which is pretty sad. Yeah, oh well, at least I'm going to come out with Terra Steel. Alright, so I think I can turn that on now and hope for the best. This is a lot of items. Yep, suck it all up. All of them runes. Yay. I didn't scan it. Oh well. I didn't scan any of the runes. Okay, you just want one Terra Steel ingot. Let's build this. Why not? Now I'm curious to see if any the mana has changed for this. Post GTNH or pre GTNH actually, it should cost about half a mana pool of mana. Be able to craft Terra Steel. Is that not enough? There we go. Enough to not make the magnet pick them up. Okay. Terra Steel. Honestly, what is the time now? 4:30. Oh, do you reckon I could actually push to the Elven Gateway? The Elven Gate? Is that possible? I know this is cool. And I know that it does cost a lot of mana. They're doing, still doing okay. Okay, well that is the 8 terasteel which I need. And I've made another trophy. 2 days afterwards, terasteel. So I think it all just needs to be converted into the terasteel plates. So that's one craft of them. Well, 2 crafts technically. I need 2 Natura pylons. Living room and then 2 maniples. This is doable. Honestly. Where would this need to go? Okay, well let's just encode a pattern. I'm just going to encode a pattern. Why not? Out of curiosity, if I did make a mistake, that is HSSG tier. So I could still recover from it. Ooh, that is... I think that's enough. Tell you what, I could do this. Just to make sure that I do have enough. Okay. Pattern time. Glimmering living wood, steel leaf, emeralds, living wood. Stormcrafter, shards, yep, that's all fine. Probably don't have the research. By checking assembler patterns all over the place. Well, as long as you don't have warp and the firebat spawn, then you'll be fine. Creation catalysts. Is there research? Oh, there it is. Sort them out by circuit. Now, that's what I do. I got no circuit as NC, and then all of the others get circuits. They get a circuit assignment. I don't do the voltage tier anymore because that's just a lot of effort, and the voltage tier constantly changes. Right, Cognito Humanus Instrumentum. Oh, this is a perfect infuse. But Tanya, you're blessing me with a perfect research note. This one is not going to be perfect. Paravitrius. Ordo Itemosis. Ordo. Cognito. Okay, if it works, it works. All right, so 2 of these. Let's get blocks of mana steel. That block of steel. Two of these. Oh, the filters. I need to set the filters for them. That's fine. For individual blocks you did. I haven't even done that. I've just been... Well, yeah, I've just filtered... Or I've just named them what the machine is and the circuit number. So I did get the research for that. Okay, well, here are the 2 pylons. Honestly, who doesn't love the look of these? I love the look of them. So 2 mana pools are mandatory for this. So is the alchemy catalyst. Do I want to make another one? Brewing stands? Suppose I can make another one if I need it. Living wood. Yeah, I'm really close. The alchemy catalyst. A chemical construct. Glimmering limmerwood. Glimmering limmerwood, yeah. Glowstone blocks. Water steel. What are the quantum crystals? They are Lapotron crystals. I think that was Ender Eye, wasn't it? Yes. Ender Eye, or was that Ender Pearl? Yeah, Ender Eye or Ender Pearl. Alright, so 2 of these, and then just the alchemical constructs. This is also going to unlock Elementium, which is also quite good because I can get a really, really good prospector scanner. Alright, well, let's erase these 2. Okay, that is not used for anything else, so I'm going to remove that one too. Let's get rid of this one, this one. Get the correct type of gold plate. You won't let me change it. Oh, okay, that works. And then it's gone. That one. This one. I guess gold coins. There's a lot of them in the ME system. Okay, I encoded them for no reason because I already have 4. Oh, I bet that isn't an EV laser engraver. Where is that clean room? You are currently a diamond lens. Let's just borrow you for a second. At least the Elven Gateway is also going to be easy to automate. Like that one I will set up. It's basically the same as a mana pool, except it doesn't run on mana. Well, it does run on mana, but not sort of directly. Where did the other mana pool go? I put it... Oh, it's right there. Right, Ita, Precontatio. I need some Herba. I left it on again. Alienus. I need just Alienus then. Right, an instability 20. Could I do a little bit more of stabilizing this then? What else could I add to stabilize this? Oh, that's interesting. Mana pylons would be a... Okay. That's interesting. Should we see what the mana pylons are like? So are the Gaia pylons. They require Naquada. Okay, so I can only go to Elf Glass then. I can still make Elementium. I don't know, let's get like 8 of these. I would imagine these are going to be pretty good stabilizers. I could do 2 on the corners here. See if it helps. And how many is this? 4, 8, 10, 12, 16. Yeah, and let's double check the aspects again. Ita, Praecontatio, Herba, Alienus, Vacuous. Yeah, everything's there. I mean, these do look cool. $23. Okay, well, let's just hope. 23, 20 instability. You should be okay. Yay. Okay, that's crazy. Second trophy achieved today. Alfheim. Right, I'm gonna need a couple of sparks. Would that be recessive? That's dominant. Oh no, it is dominant, isn't it? Recessive gets rid of it. Dominant, I need it to pull it. Okay, that 8 Terra Steel. Oh, annoying. That is still the most annoying warp effect, is the random teleporting. Yep. Huh. What if I sleep? Will it teleport me? It does teleport you. Okay, so I guess just do an extra trophy there. Yeah, these 2 have been achieved on the same day. Oh, that is not going to work nicely. Yeah, I'm still not sure what to do with this Runic altar. I need to figure it out. Because it does that, item collector picks everything up. I don't want to need to filter it, though. like if I filter specifically the runes, that doesn't work because of the compound runes. Why you be so annoying? Yeah, that will be a job for this evening. Or whenever I get some spare time. What did that do? Why? Are you just stuck? No, definitely. Okay, there they are. Two of these. Think they're the same. Yeah, they look the same. So let's go for this area. Might be a good idea to actually consult the Lexica Britannia for this. You're an axe. There they are. Do I move that? I probably should. I want it to actually fit so that I don't need to move any of the lights. Okay, very simple. Let's do this. Move that by one. Stack it. Visualize this again. Go there. Maniples. Sparks. Dominant. Yeah, that's working. Probably going to drain. Yeah, it drained all of the mana. These two. Okay, well, if the plan is... Okay, that works. Yeah, the plan is to tear these ones down. I want to build one which can actually do all of the runes. At least do that. Right, that should be enough to fill this up. We go for it. Are you ready for the Elven Gateway to be opened? I wonder if I can do that in this mode. did cost a lot of mana. Yeah? You working? One Elven Gateway. Wow, that actually did not use a lot of mana. Oh, I guess it probably did, but it was drawing it. It was drawing the extra from these mana pools. Right, so for Elementium, well, I'm just going to encode the patterns. Oh yeah, unless... Do that. Upgrade this. GTNH edition. Elven Gate? Or Elven... Is that Elven Trade? And I am going to use a formation plane for this. Similar to what the Runic altar was trying to do. Mainnet, subnet. Item collector. Filter. Let's get another interface. Actually, I might be able to do it with one. So what things am I going to want? Definitely Dreamwood, Elementium. I love the Dragonstone. That's a circuit. It's an IV circuit for that. Okay, well, let's just encode them. To be honest, I think I could do everything here. Elven Quartz, Dreamwood, Elementium, Pixie Dust, Dragonstone, and then the Elf Glass, which is going to be made using Mana Glass. Oh yeah, and should I... let's only do one at a time. Dreamwood, that clean stainless steel machine casing. TPV gear. Oops, I did not encode that one. Zonarian piece for Pixie Dust. IV circuit for Dragonstone. And then Mana Glass for Elf Glass. So this should be pretty easy. So formation plane. Come on, inventory. Do the interface there. That should be okay. Definitely a bit of weird automation. Well, and if it doesn't send the items too far, I don't think I'll need this. So I can do it all under here. Let's try about 3. And we'll do that. Do this so they can get power from mainnet. Then let's call this... I could just call it Elven Gateway. Okay, let's just break that for now. Right, so Elementium, Pixie Dust, Dragonstone, Greenwood, and Elf Gloss. Oh, I need to make the gear for that one. Oh, and the Sunarian piece. So I can only make these 2. Oh, and the Elven Quartz. So Sunarian pieces. I guess it would be... That's going to make a bunch of them. Okay, well, that would be A, and then a Forge Hammer, I guess. Why not? And then the TPV gears. That's nice and simple. So Elementium. Pixie Dust. Then the last one is Dragonstone. Well, that is going to take a little bit of time for that one. But at the end of the day, I can now make, rather excitingly, Elementium, which is a really good material for the tools. Like, these have ridiculous durability. Like, our high voltage wrench, 13 million durability. And the IV prospect scanner is a 9x9. Compared to this, which is a 5x5, but the durability is, what was that? 22,500? 643,700. Yeah, that's a reason to use it. I reckon you need a bit on your Y level. There you go. Right, well, that is pretty good. The only things I haven't automated are the terrestrial agglomeration plate and the Runic altar fully. But I'm close. So this shouldn't be too insane now. I guess I could do that one. Molecular assembler. There you go. I don't think what I have a tiny amount of nitric acid and sodium persulfate. There you go, just missing another star. Shall I? Why not? Let's make that prospect scanner. Oh, I could also... Oh, that is huge, actually. The ALF glass, being able to request ALF glass. All of the IV machines, I should change the patterns to use ALF glass instead. Instead of the tungsten steel reinforced borosilicate glass. Off the top of my head. There we go, one nether star. Well, this is going to take a little bit of time. I think I'm going to wait for that. Oh yeah, let's do the IV machines. I said about that. One molecular assemblers. Electrolyzer. Is it just the electrolyzer? Electrolyzer glass. Actually, I bet I could search. There you go. You can actually search for the glass. So an electrolyzer, industrial electrolyzer, it's not going to be as insane. It's less tungsten steel for this. Yeah, the alpha glass is crazy for that. All of the IV machines now can use that. Yeah, right. I'm going to end the stream here, I think. I can have a look at a raid. I'm also not going to be streaming Friday and next Monday, I think. Possibly next Wednesday. I haven't decided yet. I will post in my Discord server about the update, and I'll also change the schedule on Twitch for it. So yeah, who can I raid to today? I could actually raid. I'm gonna raid Random Potato. Why not? He is currently streaming at the moment. Right. Take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy the weekend because I won't be here on Friday.